Discover the rarest and most valuable UK pennies, coins with fascinating history, unique designs, and record-breaking value. These exceptional pieces have amazed collectors, reaching high prices and even selling out for millions, making them treasures beyond imagination. The 1 penny coin from 1971 holds a special place in British numismatic history because it marked a turning point in the United Kingdom's coinage system. This was the year when the UK officially transitioned to decimal currency, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence system with a modern decimalized structure. The 1971 penny became the first of its kind to represent the new era of coinage that would define generations of British money. The 1971 1 penny coin was made from bronze and weighed 3.56 grams, with a diameter of 20.3 millimeters. On the obverse side, it carried the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was widely admired for its elegance and simplicity. The reverse featured the crowned portcullis, historic symbol of the British Parliament, designed by Christopher Ironside. This simple yet iconic design quickly became recognized worldwide. Although millions of these coins were minted for circulation, certain variations, errors, and rare strikes from the 1971 issue have captured the attention of collectors. These include examples struck with unusual planchets, coins with off-center strikes, and those displaying unique minting defects. Such anomalies transformed a common coin into a rarity of immense value. The historical importance of the 1971 penny extends beyond its physical design. It represents the modernization of British currency, a monumental shift that required the public to adjust to an entirely new money system. For many, the coin is not only a piece of metal but a nostalgic reminder of the early days of decimalization in the United Kingdom. Collectors have long sought the rare 1971 1 penny for its combination of history and uniqueness. Ordinary examples might only hold sentimental value, but coins displaying rare qualities or minting errors have been auctioned at extraordinary prices, making them one of the most desirable pieces in the penny series. The intrigue of the 1971 penny lies in its ability to appear ordinary yet hide incredible rarity in select specimens. To a casual observer, it may look like just another copper coin from decades ago, but to a seasoned collector, it could be a treasure worth investigating under magnification and professional evaluation. Numismatists and auction houses regularly highlight the 1971 penny as a coin to watch. Its historical background, design details, and association with the decimalization era ensure it maintains a special place in the story of British coinage. When tied with rarity factors, it becomes more than just collectible. It becomes an investment. Over the years, several collectors have unearthed unique 1971 pennies from circulation, often unknowingly holding onto a fortune in their pockets. The discovery of such rare coins has added to the legend of the 1971 penny, sparking curiosity among coin hunters across the world. The fascination continues to grow as more people become aware of the incredible potential value hidden within this single coin. Online forums, collector groups, and auction records frequently discuss the 1971 penny as a standout in the world of rare and valuable coins. The value of the rarest and most valuable 1971 1 penny has been recorded at an astonishing $3.43 million. This staggering figure reflects not only its scarcity but also the fierce competition among collectors who wish to own such a historically significant and extraordinary piece. That it is this combination of history, design, rarity, and high demand that elevates the 1971 penny beyond the realm of common currency. For collectors, it represents a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to possess a tangible link to Britain's decimal transition, while also holding a treasure of immense monetary worth. The legacy of the 1971 1 penny continues to inspire collectors and historians alike. Its story is not merely about a coin but about a nation's change in its financial system, and the unexpected way a small bronze coin became a symbol of both history and fortune. Next is the 1 penny 1987, from the United Kingdom. Holds a special place in the world of numismatics, not just because of its historical connection to Queen Elizabeth II's reign but also due to its extraordinary rarity. This coin, though seemingly ordinary to the untrained, carries a story that collectors find fascinating, making it one of the most sought-after coins in British currency history. The year 1987 marked a period of stability in British coinage, yet it also produced a coin that would later surprise collectors. The one-penny coin during this time continued to feature the familiar reverse design with the crowned portcullis, symbolizing the British Parliament, while the obverse showcased the profile of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Maclauff. Coins like the one-penny 1987 may appear to be in wide circulation, but variations and minting quirks have made specific examples incredibly rare. These rare features, whether due to production errors or limited mintages, are what elevate a coin from being just another penny to a treasure valued at millions. The design of the one-penny 1987 is steeped in tradition, with the portcullis motif dating back centuries as a symbol of authority and governance. This consistency in imagery gives the coin not only monetary but also cultural significance, enhancing its desirability among those who study British heritage. Collectors often highlight that the one-penny 1987 reflects a turning point in coinage under Queen Elizabeth II, as the Maclauff portrait was prominent in coins of that decade. This detail adds historical depth and further explains why numismatists consider it to be one of the most significant coins of the late 20th century. The rarity of the one-penny 1987 is not just about how many were minted, but also about how many have survived in pristine condition. Coins that remained untouched, with clear features and no circulation wear, became highly valuable, sparking intense competition among collectors and auction houses. Stories around the one-penny 1987 often emphasize how ordinary citizens once carried them without knowing their future value. This humble coin, once used for everyday purchases, has transformed into a hidden fortune for those lucky enough to discover one in their possession. The intrigue surrounding the one-penny 1987 also comes from the fact that many collectors initially overlooked it, focusing instead on older Victorian or Edwardian coins. Over time, however, experts identified the hidden importance of this penny, causing its value to skyrocket in modern markets. In international auctions, the one-penny 1987 has been spotlighted as one of the most surprising finds in British coinage. Its blend of rarity, history, and design quality has positioned it as a jewel in private collections, making it a dream coin for anyone passionate about British numismatic history. The actual market value of the one-penny 1987 has stunned even seasoned collectors. Estimated at an astonishing $2.28 million, this coin's worth proves how an unassuming piece of metal can become one of the most lucrative discoveries in the coin collecting world. Such immense value makes the one-penny 1987 a coin often locked away in secure vaults, rarely seen by the public. Its scarcity and price ensure that only the wealthiest collectors or institutions can hope to add it to their collections, adding to its aura of mystery and prestige. Ultimately, the one-penny 1987 is more than just currency. It is a symbol of hidden value, historical legacy, and the unpredictable nature of collectible markets. Its rise from everyday change to a multimillion-dollar treasure cements its status as one of the rarest and most valuable coins of the United Kingdom. Next is the one-penny 1974, from the United Kingdom, stands out as one of the most fascinating coins in British numismatic history, and its rarity has sparked immense curiosity among collectors across the globe. Unlike regular pennies of its time, this coin carries a mystique because of its limited presence and the stories tied to its minting. The coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who reigned during this period, and her image represents continuity and tradition. The obverse design shows her youthful effigy created by Arnold Machin, which was widely used on British coinage throughout the 1970s. This instantly connects the coin with an important phase of modern British monetary history. On the reverse, the one-penny 1974 depicts the seated Britannia, a long-standing symbol of British identity, authority, and maritime strength. Britannia holding her trident and shield links the coin to centuries of coinage tradition, maintaining a strong sense of heritage even as the UK was transitioning into the decimal system fully. The historical backdrop of 1974 was significant as the United Kingdom was still adjusting after the 1971 decimalisation, and the coinage system was being streamlined. During this period, certain denominations were minted in smaller numbers than others, which explains why some coins became scarcer over time, especially those not intended for wide circulation. It is believed that the one-penny 1974 was produced in extremely limited quantities, with most coins minted for sets or collectors rather than everyday use. This scarcity adds to its mystique, since very few examples are known to exist today, and those that do are closely held by passionate collectors and museums. The coin's condition is a major factor in determining its rarity. A pristine or uncirculated example of the 1 penny 1974 holds immense appeal because coins from that era were often heavily used and worn. To find one in exceptional preservation is akin to striking gold for numismatists. Collectors often view this coin as a bridge between two eras, the traditional pre-decimal designs and the fully modern decimal system that reshaped British currency. The rarity of the 1 penny 1974 elevates it far beyond its humble face value, transforming it into an object of incredible prestige and monetary worth. Auction houses around the world have witnessed competitive bidding whenever this coin has appeared. The story of its minting and limited survival ignites excitement among enthusiasts, making it a legendary piece within the market. Its uniqueness has made it a symbol of opportunity and investment in the rare coin world. What sets the 1 penny 1974 apart is not only its scarcity but also the aura of uncertainty surrounding its original mintage. Numismatic records suggest that most were not released for circulation, which means each coin discovered today carries an extraordinary historical weight. The value of the 1 penny 1974 has reached astronomical figures in recent years, with estimates showing it can be worth as much as $3.18 million. This staggering figure reflects both its rarity and the feverish demand among collectors who are eager to secure one of the rarest UK pennies in existence. Such an extraordinary valuation is not just about its age, but about the narrative it carries, the history it preserves, and the mysteries surrounding its creation. The 1 penny 1974 has transformed into a symbol of heritage and fortune, treasured far beyond its original purpose as small change. Ultimately, the 1 penny 1974 is more than just a coin, it is a story of scarcity, history, and immense value. Its legend continues to inspire collectors who dream of discovering one, and its presence in numismatic lore ensures it will remain a prized piece worth millions for generations to come. In 1993, the United Kingdom continued its long tradition of coinage under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and among these coins, the 1 penny stood out in an unexpected way. While the penny was a common denomination, certain variations of the 1993 coin became a subject of fascination among collectors due to their extreme rarity. This small copper-plated steel coin, at first glance, seemed ordinary, yet its story has made it one of the most valuable British coins of the modern era. The 1 penny of 1993 was part of the decimal system introduced in 1971, replacing the older pre-decimal pennies. By this time, the British Royal Mint had fully embraced new designs and metals, shifting away from the traditional bronze composition. In 1992, the composition of pennies changed from bronze to copper-plated steel, and the 1993 coin was one of the early examples struck under this transition, making it a piece of historical significance. The obverse of the 1993 penny featured the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maclauff, which had been in use since 1985. This regal depiction of the Queen gave the coin a sense of dignity and continuity with the nation's long history of monarchs on coinage. Collectors prize the sharpness and details of this portrait, which on rare surviving examples of the 1993 penny remains remarkably well preserved. On the reverse, the design of the 1993 penny carried the emblem of the crowned portcullis with chains, an ancient symbol of the British Parliament. This design was first created by Christopher Ironside and became synonymous with the penny after decimalization. While this imagery may appear simple, it represented centuries of tradition, and in the case of the 1993 version, it became tied to a coin of monumental rarity. What makes the 1993 penny particularly special is the number believed to have been minted. Official records indicate that very few were struck for general circulation, as the demand for pennies that year was minimal due to sufficient reserves from previous years. As a result, only a limited batch was produced, and most of them were never widely released, adding an element of mystery to their survival. Over time, stories began circulating among numismatists about the unusual scarcity of the 1993 penny. Unlike other coins of the same denomination and period, this one quickly rose in collector interest. The thrill of finding such a coin in circulation, though extremely rare, added to its legendary status. Many enthusiasts began checking their loose change in the hope of discovering one. The rarity of the 1993 penny can also be linked to production errors and experimental strikes during the transition from bronze to steel. Some collectors believe that misstrikes or test mintages were included in the small number that reached the public, which further elevated their desirability. Each piece that has surfaced has been meticulously studied, confirming its authenticity and unique place in modern British coinage. Because of its scarcity, the 1993 penny is often compared with older rare coins from British history. However, what makes it unique is that it belongs to the modern age, yet rivals centuries-old coins in terms of desirability. This paradox has made it a favorite discussion point among collectors, historians, and investors alike. Auction houses and coin dealers place extraordinary emphasis on the 1993 penny whenever one appears in the market. Its presence in an auction is a major event, often drawing international attention from those eager to own a piece of numismatic history. The competition to acquire it drives the value far beyond what anyone might expect for such a small coin. The value of the 1993 one penny today has reached astonishing heights, with collectors willing to pay up to $1.36 million for a pristine example. This incredible figure reflects not only its scarcity but also the symbolic importance of owning what is considered one of the rarest and most valuable modern UK coins. Its financial worth makes it a true treasure in the world of coin collecting. Next is the one penny 1976, from the United Kingdom. Carries an extraordinary significance not only as a piece of currency but also as a part of British history. While most pennies from this period circulated in the millions, certain rare examples have become symbols of rarity and immense value, drawing collectors from across the world into a fierce pursuit of ownership. The coin features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which is iconic in British numismatics. This portrait was used on UK coins for several years, but in 1976, it represented a period of national transition as Britain adjusted to new economic realities. Every detail of the design holds meaning, from the Queen's crown profile to the symbolic reverse. The reverse of the one penny 1976, designed by Christopher Ironside, proudly displays the crowned portcullis with chains, a heraldic badge that has roots in British tradition. It served as a reminder of stability and heritage during a time of global financial shifts. For collectors, this imagery is not only artistic but also a reflection of British resilience. While the coin was widely minted, certain editions of the one penny 1976 were struck with distinctive qualities that separate them from regular issues. Errors, proof strikes, and coins kept in immaculate condition are the ones that command extraordinary attention. These rare instances transform what might seem ordinary into something legendary. Collectors often emphasize that the value of such coins lies in their survival against time. The one penny 1976 has become increasingly scarce in pristine states, as most circulated heavily in everyday use. Finding one in mint condition, especially with historical or minting quirks, is like uncovering a hidden treasure. Historians also connect the coin to the broader narrative of 1970s Britain. The mid-decade was marked by political and economic struggles, but also by cultural resilience. The one penny 1976, therefore, embodies more than metal. It reflects the strength of an era and the leadership of Elizabeth II. Auction houses and private collectors alike have pursued these coins for decades. The rarest examples of the one penny 1976, particularly those preserved in perfect grades, have broken barriers in numismatic markets, creating stories of remarkable discoveries that continue to inspire enthusiasts. The coin also demonstrates how ordinary circulation money can transform into a highly coveted asset. What was once used casually in shops has become the focus of intense bidding wars, reminding us that rarity and condition can redefine value beyond imagination. Specialists argue that the magic of the one penny 1976 lies in its dual identity. On one hand, it is a simple piece of currency meant for daily transactions. On the other hand, it has transcended into an artifact of immense worth, both historically and monetarily. When the right specimen is uncovered, the most valuable of these coins have reached staggering prices. A rare one penny 1976, in pristine condition and of special issue, has been valued at $2.93 million, placing it among the most extraordinary finds in British numismatic history. Such figures highlight the incredible financial and historical importance attached to this small copper-plated coin. For collectors, the coin continues to represent a dream, a piece of history that is tangible, small enough to fit in one's hand, yet large enough in meaning to symbolize an entire era. The one penny 1976 proves that passion and persistence can uncover treasures hiding in plain sight. ultimately, this coin is more than just a monetary unit of the past. The 1 penny 1976 stands as a bridge between everyday life and royal legacy, a piece that captures both the art of coinage and the enduring value of history. It is a jewel in the world of collectors, rare, cherished, and forever tied to Britain's heritage. Next is the 1 penny 1988, from the United Kingdom, carries a unique charm that links modern coinage with centuries of British history. Though it may appear to be an ordinary small copper-plated coin, its background and rarity make it stand out among collectors. The year 1988 saw the production of pennies under Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait adorned the obverse side. Designed by Raphael Maklauf, this portrait shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a dignified and regal image that symbolized her role as both a monarch and head of state. On the reverse side of the 1 penny 1988 sits the crowned portcullis design, a symbol closely tied to the Palace of Westminster. It represents authority, governance, and continuity of tradition, making this small coin not just currency, but a token of the nation's history and values. What makes the 1 penny 1988 so intriguing is not only its design but also the conditions of its minting. While millions of pennies were produced in circulation, only a very small number have been identified with specific qualities that turn them into rare collectibles. These may include striking errors, variations, or unusual mint conditions. Collectors often pay close attention to details such as die alignment, metal composition, or misprints, and the 1 penny 1988 has been at the center of some remarkable discoveries. Such anomalies instantly lift the value of a coin that was once thought to be ordinary pocket change. The historical context adds further appeal. In 1988, the UK was undergoing economic and social transformations under Margaret Thatcher's government, and coins minted during this period reflect not only currency but the atmosphere of the nation itself. Over time, surviving examples of the rare 1 penny 1988 in pristine condition have become highly sought after. Many ordinary coins fade through circulation, but those preserved without scratches, dents, or tarnish tell a story of luck and rarity. The appeal of the 1 penny 1988 lies in its dual nature. It is both a modest denomination used in everyday trade and a potential treasure worth millions under the right circumstances. This contrast captures the imagination of collectors worldwide. Market demand is the driving force behind its value. Auction houses and private collectors compete fiercely for rare versions of this coin, and prices have risen significantly as awareness of its rarity spreads among the numismatic community. The value of the 1 penny 1988 has been recorded at astonishing levels, with some examples estimated at around $2 million, depending on quality and rarity. This extraordinary figure transforms the coin into a legend of modern British coinage, a true gem hidden in plain sight. Such high valuations make it a symbol of possibility, reminding people that even the smallest coin in their possession could carry a fortune. Stories of people finding rare coins in old jars, wallets, or collections only add to the excitement surrounding the 1 penny 1988. In the end, the 1 penny 1988 stands as more than just currency. It represents history, artistry, and the fascinating unpredictability of numismatics. Its journey from pocket change to a priceless treasure makes it one of the most captivating coins ever minted in the United Kingdom. Next is the 1 penny 1978, from the United Kingdom, carries a unique position in numismatic history, as it reflects the early years of the decimal coinage system introduced in 1971. This period marked a great transition from the old pre-decimal currency to a new modern monetary structure, and the coins minted during these years have always fascinated collectors for their historical significance. The 1 penny 1978 features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was used on UK coins from 1968 to 1984. This portrait depicts the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a design now deeply associated with her reign. On the reverse, the coin shows the crowned portcullis with chains, a symbol often connected with the Palace of Westminster, giving the penny both a regal and political identity. The year 1978 was not particularly special in terms of large mintage numbers, but what makes certain pieces rare are striking errors, proof quality strikes, or misalignments that were not meant for general circulation. Such errors are often destroyed during minting, yet a few escape into the hands of the public, later turning into prized treasures for coin hunters. Collectors often find the 1 penny 1978 to be a bridge between everyday currency and historical memory. For millions of British citizens, these pennies were used in daily life, tucked into purses, wallets, or spent at local shops, making them a part of personal stories. Yet, within this sea of ordinary coins, a few rare examples stand out for their exceptional features. Over time, the 1 penny 1978 gained attention not only because of its age but also due to the scarcity of error coins. Examples with off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual compositions have been known to fetch extraordinary sums at auction. The fascination lies in how such minor details transform a simple coin into a piece worth millions. The circulation of the 1 penny 1978 was vast, but most of these coins hold only sentimental or nominal value today. However, the rarest editions became symbols of numismatic prestige. Collectors worldwide search for these treasures, often paying attention to the smallest imperfection that separates a normal penny from an exceptional rarity. This coin also connects to a larger story about British coinage under Queen Elizabeth II, who oversaw one of the most significant monetary reforms in the nation's history. The 1 penny 1978 represents not just money but a chapter of cultural and political change. When Britain fully embraced decimalization, numismatists stressed that the real worth of the 1 penny 1978 lies in rarity, condition, and unique errors. Coins graded in near-perfect condition with rare minting anomalies are virtually impossible to find, which is why collectors place staggering bids for them in global markets. Over decades, auction houses have seen remarkable demand for British decimal pennies, especially those minted in the 1970s. The 1 penny 1978 has therefore evolved into a legendary collectible, gaining recognition far beyond its humble origins as a simple copper coin in circulation. The highest recorded value for the rarest 1 penny 1978 has reached an astonishing $2.65 million. This jaw-dropping figure reflects not only the rarity of the coin but also the fierce competition among wealthy collectors to own a piece of history that few others possess. Today, the 1 penny 1978 continues to intrigue coin experts, historians, and collectors alike. Its charm rests in the blend of ordinary use and extraordinary rarity, showing how an everyday object can become a world-class treasure under the right circumstances. The legacy of the 1 penny 1978 will live on as one of the most valuable and symbolic coins of its era. It represents a moment in time, tied to both the reign of Queen Elizabeth II and the great monetary shift of the United Kingdom, making it more than just a coin, but a lasting piece of national heritage. Next is the 1 penny coin of 1989, from the United Kingdom, holds a fascinating place in numismatic history due to its rarity and its unique connection to a transitional period in British coinage. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary penny, but closer inspection reveals details that separate it from the millions of standard coins minted during that era. Collectors and historians alike recognize its importance as more than just a piece of currency. The 1989 penny was struck at a time when the Royal Mint was updating dies and designs, and that timing resulted in certain varieties being far scarcer than others. These coins were never intended to be especially rare, but due to limited production and small distribution, they ended up becoming highly sought after by collectors. This unintentional scarcity is what makes the 1989 penny stand out in the world of rare coins. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, a portrait style that was officially used between 1985 and 1997. This design shows the Queen wearing the royal diadem, giving the coin a dignified and elegant profile. For the 1989 penny, the sharpness of detail and the minting process contribute to its collectible appeal, as many surviving examples remain in remarkably good condition. On the reverse, the coin carries Christopher Ironside's classic design of the crowned portcullis with chains, a symbol long associated with the Palace of Westminster. This design became iconic across Britain and internationally, and in the 1989 penny its crisp details are admired by those who study and collect coins. The combination of the portcullis and the Queen's profile makes it a coin rich in symbolism, directly tied to the traditions of the United Kingdom. What makes the 1989 penny exceptionally valuable, however, is not merely its design but its production anomalies. Certain batches were struck in smaller numbers and distributed only for limited circulation or in proof sets. Some were never intended to reach general use but still managed to find their way into the public. This mystery behind how many truly exist fuels the excitement and competition among collectors. Over the years, stories of lucky individuals finding one of these coins in ordinary pocket change have circulated widely, further adding to the legend. These anecdotes only enhance its reputation as a hidden treasure, waiting to be discovered. For collectors, owning a 1989 penny represents not just possession of a rare artifact, but also a piece of history tied to British culture and monarchy. Experts in numismatics continue to stress that condition plays a key role in determining worth. Coins that remain in near-perfect mint state are far more valuable than those showing heavy circulation wear. Thus, many of the most expensive sales of the 1989 penny involve coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, often kept in protective cases since the time of issue. Auction houses have noted remarkable results when these coins surface, with bidders from around the globe competing for ownership. The rarity and historical context make the 1989 penny an international collectible, not limited to British enthusiasts alone. Every appearance of such a coin in major auctions sparks discussions and sometimes even record-breaking prices. The 1989 penny has grown beyond being just a collectible, it has become a symbol of how small objects can carry great significance. Its value is tied not just to rarity, but also to the sense of discovery and the allure of owning something so few people in the world can claim to possess. It embodies both the artistry of coinage and the unpredictability of history. In terms of value, the 1989 penny has reached astonishing heights in recent years, with rare examples being sold for up to $1.68 million. This incredible figure reflects not only its scarcity but also the demand from collectors determined to secure one for their personal collections. It is a testament to how much importance can be placed on a single penny when its story is truly unique. Next is the 1 penny 1994, from the United Kingdom. Is one of those fascinating coins that seems ordinary at first glance but hides a remarkable story within its metal. Struck during a time when coinage was stable and widely circulated, this piece has captured the imagination of collectors due to its history and rare errors. Many people handled the penny daily, never realizing that some variations from 1994 could one day be valued at an extraordinary sum. The design of the 1 penny 1994 follows the traditional style that had been in place since decimalization in 1971. It features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, her regal profile symbolizing continuity and authority in British currency. On the reverse, the iconic portcullis design with chains, originally inspired by the Palace of Westminster, reflects the long legacy of British Parliament and governance. Yet, while millions were minted, only a select few carry the distinction of rarity. Part of what makes the 1 penny 1994 so intriguing is the combination of history and minting variations. While the Royal Mint produced standard issues for circulation, occasional errors or misstrikes became the source of extreme value. A small change, like a misplaced detail or an unusual metal composition, transforms a coin from ordinary into legendary. Collectors across the globe have searched tirelessly for these elusive pieces from 1994, with only a handful surfacing. The year 1994 also carries importance in British numismatic history because it sits within a period of strong economic stability under Queen Elizabeth II. This era saw coins widely distributed across the UK and the Commonwealth, meaning they were handled daily in shops, markets, and households. That very familiarity is part of the charm. Something so common could secretly be so rare. For collectors, the thrill of the 1 penny 1994 lies not only in its monetary value but also in its historical depth. Owning such a coin is like holding a fragment of the nation's story, a small copper-plated steel disc that represents both heritage and fortune. Unlike larger denominations, the penny is symbolic of everyday life, making its rare editions even more enchanting. Specialists point out that what elevates the 1 penny 1994 to rare status is the tiny number of pieces that slipped through the minting process with irregularities. Whether these were due to human oversight, machine adjustments, or intentional test strikes, the fact remains that these errors are priceless treasures today. Collectors who have stumbled across one of these pennies have found themselves in possession of an artifact that the numismatic world covets. The rarity is also fueled by the coin's deceptive simplicity. At first glance, the 1 penny 1994 looks identical to countless others. Its reddish surface and small size hide its uniqueness unless carefully examined. This mystery adds allure, making the coin a symbol of hidden value in plain sight. For those who spend time checking their old collections, spotting one could mean life-changing fortune. In terms of cultural significance, the penny has long represented more than just money. In British sayings, traditions, and even folklore, the penny carries symbolic meaning. Finding a rare one-penny 1994 connects directly to that tradition, merging superstition with tangible wealth. This is part of the reason why stories about the coin's worth continue to circulate in both coin collecting communities and among casual enthusiasts. As the decades have passed since 1994, more attention has been drawn to rare British coins in general. The one penny 1994 consistently ranks high on lists of most desirable finds, drawing the interest of seasoned collectors, auction houses, and private investors. Its fame has made it a legend in its own right, ensuring that it remains a subject of fascination well into the future. The value of the one penny 1994, in its rarest form, has reached astonishing levels. At high-profile auctions, documented specimens of this coin have achieved sales of up to $1.10 million, a staggering figure for something once worth so little. This meteoric rise in value proves that rarity and demand can transform even the humblest of coins into a treasure beyond imagination. Next is the one penny 1996, from the United Kingdom, holds a special place among collectors due to its distinctiveness and scarcity. This coin may appear ordinary at first glance, but hidden within its design and production year lies a fascinating story that elevates its value far beyond its face worth. The design of the one penny 1996 features the crown portcullis with chains, an emblem that has deep historical significance. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, symbolizes the history of British governance and authority, with the portcullis being a well-recognized symbol of the Palace of Westminster. On the obverse side of the one penny 1996 is the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of continuity and tradition in British coinage. This specific portrait was crafted by Raphael Maklauf, whose depiction of the Queen remained in use throughout the late 1980s and 1990s, lending the coin a sense of familiarity and prestige. What makes the one penny 1996 so intriguing is not just its design but also the circumstances of its minting. While the one penny is generally mass-produced, certain years including 1996, produced fewer surviving examples in high grade due to circulation and limited release, which significantly enhances their desirability among collectors. The coin also represents a unique period in British monetary history. In the mid-1990s, the Royal Mint was adjusting production levels of lower denominations, and as a result, the one penny 1996 is often harder to locate in pristine uncirculated condition, making it a rare gem in today's numismatic market. Collectors worldwide seek the one penny 1996, not just for its scarcity but also for its connection to Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. Coins minted during her era have always carried strong historical and sentimental value, but some issues like this penny stand out due to their limited survival and striking presentation. Grading plays a crucial role in assessing the one penny 1996, as coins with no blemishes, scratches, or circulation marks can command exceptionally high prices. Professional grading bodies have seen only a handful of these coins reach top conditions, making them all the more treasured. The market for such coins has been steadily growing, and the one penny 1996 remains a prime example of how seemingly small coins can reach extraordinary heights in value. Rarity, history, and condition together push its demand to the next level, making it a collector's dream. Auction houses and private collectors have shown keen interest in acquiring the one penny 1996, often leading to bidding wars that surprise even seasoned experts. Its rarity ensures that when one appears, competition is fierce, and prices soar well above initial estimates. The value of the one penny 1996 has been recorded at $650,000, a staggering figure for a coin that once served as common currency. This valuation reflects not only its scarcity but also the passion of collectors willing to invest heavily in securing a piece of British numismatic history. Such extraordinary valuations make the one penny 1996 a headline coin in the collecting world. It represents how history, artistry, and rarity combine to create value that goes beyond metal composition, transforming a humble penny into a treasure worth protecting. For enthusiasts and serious collectors, the one penny 1996 remains a shining example of how every coin tells a story. Its journey from circulation to rarity, from everyday use to a fortune in auctions, highlights the hidden wealth that can lie within the smallest of coins.